So good evening everyone. Once again welcome you
Hello.
this session. So Rahul, are you here?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
So I think Ajisek sir, good evening. Are you here? Ajisek sir, Ajisek Raj, Saminati Patna. Sir, you are here now. Okay, so Rahul, sir's sound is not coming. You may start. So in
Okay, sir.
meantime, take care of his sound.
Am I audible to everyone?
Sir, now it is audible, sir. Ajisek sir, you are audible.
Okay.
Rahul, you may start now. Rahul, are you here? Rahul?
By an MTech in control instrumentation and a PhD in analog integrated circuit
Uh,
design from DTU, New Delhi in 2020, 2016 and 2021 respectively. He has served as a research assistant at NSUT and as an assistant professor at Gautam Buddha University. Since October 2022, he has been serving as an assistant professor in the Department of Electrical Engineering at the National Institute of Technology, Patna. His research interests include CMOS analog integrated circuits, filters, sinusoidal oscillators, computational analog circuits, and low voltage and low power circuit design. He has authored and co-authored more than 32 research papers in reputed international journals and conferences. He also serves as an academic editor for IET Circuits, Devices and Systems, and an associate editor for Discover Electronics. We are truly privileged to have such an accomplished academician and researcher with us today. On behalf of the organizing committee and all the participants, I extend a very warm welcome to you, sir. Without taking much of your valuable time, I now request Dr. Ajay Raj, sir, to kindly take over the session and deliver today's lecture. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Rahul. So thanks to introduce me with our participants. So without wasting our time, I am going to share my screen and switching off my camera for higher quality of audio. So let me share my screen. So is it visible to everyone? My screen is visible?
yeah, it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So I think in last 2-3 days, many of the professors have been presented their uh, topic on this workshop, LATEX workshop. So today I am going to discuss about the essence, what the basic packages, what basic how to design any circuit diagram on this LATEX, how to write any equation inline and in the equation format. So all these things we are going to discuss today. And also we will discuss about the how to design any table and multi-line table. So these all things today we are going to discuss in this session. So these are the contents which I am going to discuss today. So the first is the LATEX basic document structure. So how to design any LATEX structure, like if you want to write a paper. So how you can write a paper in this LATEX format. So how the document class, how you choose the document class, like if you write a paper like a transaction paper, if you want to write a paper, short paper, and if you want to design any PPT on this LATEX by our background. So how we are going to design anything, we will discuss in this section. And also in this document class, we will see how different types of document class we can use. And that next we will discuss about the basic commands, like how to write an equation and how it can be used in inline format or offline format. And further, we will move forward to design, include the graphics in the paper or in some book chapter or in some book or in thesis. So how we will design or include the graphics, we will see. And the main important part of this session is how to design any circuit diagram. So basically, for designing any circuit, mostly we use uh, Visio. In Microsoft, we use Visio software. So in that, we have to use different types of parameters to design any circuits. So in this LaTeX, we will see how we can design any circuit diagrams. One by one, we will see. And the next section, we will discuss about the mathematical formulation. So might be many of you are from control background or in some mathematical background or some engineering background, let us say. So in that, we will use different types of mathematical equations. So in subscript format, super subscript format, and some norms, and some absolute type, and some different types of sections also. So we will discuss that all the points in that mathematical formulas. And at the last, we will discuss about how to write a bibliography in your paper and how to design that. We can also design that bibliography if you're not able to find any bibliography for any paper somewhere else. So we can also design in a manner so we can use in the paper. So first of all, what is LaTeX? So it is a typesetting system that incorporate a macro processor. So basically it is pronounced as LaTeX or LaTeX. So it is a high quality typesetting system which is widely used for production of scientific and technical documents. And I think it is developed in early 1980s by Leslie Lamport. So it will use to enable the authors to focus on the content on the system handles formatting, structure, and layout with precision. So many of us, I think we have used Microsoft Word to write any these documents like paper or book or some thesis work. So for that, we are using previously we have used that Microsoft Word, and we are moving in that LaTeX, or we can say the background of the LaTeX, which we are going discuss in this whole workshop or FDP. And it is our to write anything in this LaTeX, we have to use different types of packages. It means uh, for let us say if we want to write a equation, so for that equation also we have to use some package. Okay, so they have to, let us assume we have to write a subscript or superscript. For that, different types of packages are there. So we will see one by one all the packages. So let us say that if we want to enumerate or itemize any of subsection or section or any type of writing. So for that, different types of packages are there. We want to write a table, we want to design a graph, we want to write some colorful letter. So these all requires a packages. To define this package, we are discussing, we are writing that packages in the first after starting this document, and we will see how we can create any document class. So one by one, we will see. So this is the basic document structure. So here you can see the first line of any LaTeX or any program of this LaTeX. We have to write a line that is the document class. That first we have to define that. So which document class we are using to write. So here you can see first we are using option 1, option 2, and after that we are writing the class. Okay. So in that class we can use let us assume IEEE transaction, IEEE short paper. Some if you want to write some design a PPT, so for that you have to write different types of packages. So in that option one, you can see here I've written there in the down line that the option one can be the aspect ratio. How much, if you want to design that in the portrait mode, or if you want to write in the landscape mode. So for that you have to discuss, you have to give some command to this program to design that overall format in that portrait or landscape mode. So for that we have to write first aspect ratio, what color you want, what points you need. So these all are the points you have to write in that option section. And in the class section, here I've written Brazil. So this PPT has also been made in the LATEX. So in that PPT, we have used this Brazil section, Brazil class to write this overall PPT. Next, we have to use different packages. What I've already told you, that the usage of different packages, like if we want to write, let us assume we want to give some input of the bibliography or some graphics, some enumeration, uh, long table, sub caption. So these all are the different packages. We will see one by one in the coming time. So these all use package will be written there. Okay. After this all, when these all is completed, we have to start the document. So here I've written begin document, and these all things will written after the backslash. So if from first line you can use backslash document class and this and that. So every section, every line requires backslash to write whatever things you want to display in that PDF format or some PPT format or some document class. So there we have to use the backslash first. So here I am starting with, I am writing a document which will start with backslash begin document, and between this begin and end, whatever you want to write, you can put there. Okay. So I think we have to write in, if we want to write a paper, so in paper first we write the title, author's name, and author affiliation, abstract, introduction, proposed work, like that. So section by section you have to define all the things within that begin and end document. So after this in document, this overall program will not understand anything. So whatever you want to write in that some paper, so before to this end document you have to write, and after this begin document. So the document classes which we have discussed there, that the class which is the what are the classes to define any document. So these are the classes. So if you want to write an article, so let us assume if you want to write a paper for Elsevier or some Springer type, so there you have to write article, and this article is used for the scientific journals, presentations, short reports, program documentation, invitations, etc. If you want to write a paper in IEEE transaction, so for that format, you have to use IEEE tran. Okay. For proceedings, you have to write in that class section pros. If you want to write a report, you have to write in that class section as a report. If you want to write a book, you have to write book in that class slides, memorial, letter, beamer, and LS article. So these are the different classes which we are uh, using to design any paper, book, article. You can also design your resume, CV in this LaTeX. Okay. So for writing anything in this LaTeX, we mostly use online platform as a Overleaf. In Overleaf, we can design, we can write. And the another thing, if you want to write anything in offline mode, so for that different types of softwares are there. So one of the software name is MicTech. So in that you can design, you can write anything related to this LaTeX word of class. So these are the basic commands which we use in that body to define anything. Okay. So in document class, that we have already discussed there, begin document. After this document, we have to discuss that the document class backslash document class, and we have started already the document. Now if we want any section, So for that section, we have to write \section, and let us assume we want to write a introduction or we want to write a abstract. So for that, you have to write \section, and in this section name, you can write your topic or your section name, like introduction, proposed work, conclusions, whatever you want to write, you have to write in that section name. Okay, and under this section, \section, whatever you want to write, you have to write there. You can write there in the section body. So again, if you want to create some subsection, let us assume if you want to write a proposed work, and in that proposed work, you want to discuss each and every section. So for that, we have to use this subsection, and in subsection name, you can write what are the subsection. Let us assume if you are want to, if you work on this, let us assume oscillator type. So in the proposed section, you can write the design process. If you want to write some design example, so in that subsection you can discuss. So it will describe as, let us assume the subsection is 1, this section is 1, then subsection will be 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, like that. So it is mostly used in the book, in your paper, and in the thesis also it will mostly used. And after this subsection, if you created this subsection, so whatever the wording you want to write in that subsection, that will be come under the subsection body. So under this you can write whatever you want to write in that subsection. Let us assume if you want to enumerate more than this subsection, so for that we are using subsection and so on. Subsection, it means what? 1.1.1, 1.1.2, like that you can increase, and it all depends on the one package is there, that is sec num depth. So basically it will discuss about, and it controls how deeply sectioning commands are numbered in your document. Okay, and let us assume we want to write some paragraph. So \paragraph, and the paragraph name will be there, and this in this paragraph body you can write the content what you want. And like this this section, you can also create sub paragraph, sub paragraph, and with this end document, the program will be completed. Now the part of this subgraph, so any paper or any book or chapter or any thesis requires some graphics. Okay, so any that means graphics means figures. So this in that word part, we can directly take the word figure file and substitute that figure file in that word file. But in this LaTeX, you have to use a package. That package name is use package graphics. And in this in this package of graphics, you can include any type of graphs, any types of figures like JPG, PNG, BMP, PDF, EPS, etc. So any type of figures you can include in this graphic. If you write this use package, you can place that figure in that file. So how to include that graphic in that program? So for that, first we have to start with /begin figure, and this big bracket in shows that where you want to place that figure. Okay, so if it is written at HT, it means the figure will be on the top of that page. If it written there HB, it means the figure will be at the bottom. If it is written H epsilon, so it shows that where you want to place that figure will be there. And after this begin figure, we have to end also this figure. So when you write begin figure, end figure, you have to write also end figure. Then only the figure will include in that program. And if you want to put that figure in the center of that page or in that position, so for that you have to write \centering. So it indicates that the figure will be in the center part. Now the main part is coming to include graphics. So backslash include graphics, width, and this is the width size 0.7 mm, 0.7 centimeter. And also in place of that width 0.7, you can use different things like text width. We will see in the session that how to define that width. So if the figures, if you want to figure size in the if you want to place that figure in the centimeter, and if you want to figure in let us assume you want you are writing a paper in two columns. So for that uh, figure will be placed in the text file in the one column only. So for that we are using width equals to backslash text width. Okay, so whatever the text width for text we are using, so in that place the figure will be placed. If you write if you're writing a paper or let us say a single column, so in that the figure can be in the full whole column. So for that here we are using column width. So column width means the figure will be in the whole page. Okay, whole means in the single column. Next, you can give some caption name. Every figure requires a caption name. So for that, we have to use caption, and here you have to write the caption figure, a figure caption name here. So let us say figure 1, and figure 1 states that mathematical expression, a mathematical denotation of the any circuit. So you can write there in the figure caption. After that, I think it is written label, LABEL. So it indicates if you want to cite that figure in the whole text. So for that, we are using this label, LABEL, backslash label. And here you have to define its name, and this name will be unique. Okay, so if you writing if you including, let us assume 20 figures, so every figure label should be different, then only you can recall each and every figure in your text. And lastly we can complete the figure. So here I included this figure, a circle, and inside that triangle and some lines are there. So this figure indicates means this plot, this figure name is plot. That plot I have written that then only this figure has came here. Okay. Now the next part what we are going to discuss in this session is design a circuit diagram. Many of our participants, I think, in the teaching profession, so they want to design any circuit in this LaTeX version also, and they can also use Visio, but these also support uh, this LaTeX overlay also support this designing of the circuit diagram. So we will see one by one. So here you can see for the designing the circuit diagram, here you can see here is one resistor, one inductor, one capacitor, one AC voltage source, and some source lines are there. Okay, so to write this circuit diagram in our overlay or LaTeX software, we have to define each and every coordinates of this line. Okay, so see in the next figure, here you can see this 0 0. I am starting this circuit diagram from 0 0, and from 0 0 to 0 2 there is one short circuit. So we have to define a line that is 0 0 to 0 2, there is a short circuit. After 0 2 to 2 2 there is another line which has a symbol of IT with a arrow. So we will see how we can design or how we can write this. And from this point 2 or 2 to 4 2 we have a resistance, and this basically 0 0 means x and y coordinates are 0 here. 0 2 means x coordinate is 0, y coordinate is at 2 centimeter point or 2 millimeter point. Similarly, here from we are starting from this point to this point, so 0 2, the x line is linearly increases from 0 to 2, but the vertical line is constant here, so that's why it is written here 2 2. Similarly, from 2 to coordinates x2 y2, to 4x4 or y2 there is a resistance, and so on. So we will see how this resistance can be written there, how this inductor can be written there, how this capacitor can be written there, how these values can be substituted, and how this voltage source can be designed. So this is a basic structure of this figure, any figure. After that, we can also design a complex circuit. Here you can see we have used some DC source, some dependent source, some resistors, some ground, some lines, and some voltage source, voltage controlled current source, like that. So this can also be this can also be designed in this LaTeX. Okay, so for that I have shown its coordinate also here. So here you can see I have you can start the figure from any point. So if you want to
Excuse me, sir. Sir, Rahul this side.
yes, Rahul.
Excuse me, Shabindranath Singh. Please mute yourself.
Are you muted, Rahul? So Ajit sir, you may continue.
Okay.
So here you can see we can start our circuit from any point. So it is not necessary to start from 0 0 here. You can start 0 0 from this line also. From 6 minus 3 you can also start 0 0 line. So it means you can give the coordinate name properly, then only the circuit will show the better output or better circuit diagram. Okay, otherwise some line will be there, some line will be there, so it will not show the proper circuit diagram. So for that you have to define each and every coordinate of every line. So let us assume I have started this circuit from here. You can also start it from here. Okay, so from here if I have started the line from here, this coordinate, so I have given that point name is 0 0, and from 0 0 to 3 0 there is resistance, from 3 0 to 6 0 there is a resistance with a voltage source denoting Vy with positive and negative. So we will see how this Vy can be written for this resistance. Okay, so you might have seen in book some paper also. So this representation, and also from 0.60 to 90 there is one resistance with a source of this voltage generation of Vx, and this is here you can see here I have written plus minus, but here I have written minus plus. So I have inverted this voltage from this point to this point. Similarly, I have given some short circuit line from 90 to 92. I have increased the value of y with constant x. So 90 to 92, we have taken one short circuit line. And from there, we have used one other circuit line, or we can directly write, we have from 92 to 02, we have provided a voltage control voltage source there. So we will see in the coming time that how this voltage control voltage source can be represented, how this voltage current control voltage source can be represented, how this DC source can be this current DC current source can be represented, like that how we can design write a ground line. So we will see, and you can see here all the lines here are in the straight line, or you can not directly say straight line. It is directly a uh, xy coordinate or x coordinate, like it is increasing in the vertical position or in horizontal position. What happens when the line has some angle? Okay, so I think might you have all seen this if you are electrical engineer, so you have seen this circuit diagram, delta network and star network. So here you can see in this network there is a line, but there is a line which is straight but in the some angle. So for that designing this circuit diagram, we have to define the coordinate in terms of south, north, west and east. So we will see how this can be done. So here you can see the upper part of this line is denoted as south, the lower part will be the north, the left hand side is the east, and right hand side will be the uh, west. Okay, so here you can see from east to south we have a line, we have a resistor of RAB. So for that we have to define 0 in the previous line you can see 0 0 to 0 0 0 to 0 2. or 0, 0 to -3. But when you see this graph here, you can we have written I have written there 0, 0 to 3 and 2.6, or you can use 3, 3. So this line will be larger with respect to this line. So I have not in giving the coordinate in xy in the similar format. You can say the direct format 0, 0 to 0 to 0, 0 to 40, not like that. So we have increased the x coordinate as well as y coordinate simultaneously. And for writing this, we have to use some command like anchor east, anchor west, anchor south. And we will see when we will write this program for this circuit. So we will see how this can be written there. Further, we will see to write any mathematical formulas. Okay. So for that, we have to use a different package, namely MS Math. So these formulas can be inline formula. This formula can be the equation environment. This mathematical equation can be in the numbered equation. So the unnumbered equations. So different types of equations we can write in our text, or in our book, or in our chapter. Okay. So inline mathematical formula means, so whatever things we are writing in the current line, so in that current line directly we can use formula. Let us assume we have written there, let us assume x equals to a plus b in the same line. So that line, that equation is known as inline mathematical formula. So for writing that inline mathematical formula, you have to provide some dollar sign and end with dollar sign, and write in that these two dollar lines. Then these two dollar form you can say symbols, you can write anything, that will be the inline formula. If you want to write that mathematical formula in equation format, like equation 1, equation 2, equation 3, so for that we have to use we have to write a program that / begin equation. If you start equation, it means equation will be end also. So after writing begin equation, you have to write end equation also, and between these two you have to write whatever equation we want to write there. And this equation may be of longer size, it may be a small size, so it may be of matrix format, it may be of some control domain like norms, absolute, and some fraction type. So different types of equations or type of equation we can write there. So one by one we will see whenever we are practicing in that overleaf. So there I will show you different types of formula, so how they can be written. And the next one is unnumbered equations. It means if you if you writing a equation but don't want to give their label, so that can also be possible. So for that we are using begin equation star. If you is writing that begin equation star, that also inputs end equation star, or it can also be written in some another format. So for that we can use backslash and big bracket and end with that, and between these two whatever equations is there you can write there. So we will see one by one different types of equations in the coming time. So here you can see the multi-line the equation. If you want to write your equation in the aligned format, that can also be possible in this LaTeX. Okay, if you want to write IEEE equation array, different types of array will be there. So let us assume we have to define a step input. So some mathematical equation is there. So fx equals to 0 for x equals to 0, x less than 0, and fx equals to 1 for x greater than 1. So how to write that? So for that, it means it will come under this array equation. So here you have to write begin / begin equation star and start the equation. Okay. So here I have written there X left begin array RL and minus X text if is greater than 0, if it's less than 0. So like that we can define that equation. And in the last, we can design also a bibliography. So for bibliography, you can let us assume that that paper, if you want to cite any paper in your paper, that paper has already been published. That paper, if you want to cite in your paper, so for that you have to use some command. Okay, like slash backslash cite. If you write backslash cite, it requires some name. So which paper you want to cite there, because there are so many papers in a research article. So which paper you want to cite at the particular position. So for that, we have to define each and every point of that published paper. So if the paper is article, so first we have to write add article. This Bhaskar 2020 mixed, it is the name. So it depends on you what name you want to provide there. If you want to write ABCD, that ABCD will be you have to cite that name in your paper. Okay, so what title of that paper is, that should be written first, that the title, whatever things is written there. After this title, you have to define the author's name. So that author's name is there. What in what journal that paper has been published, that you have to write there. After that, that paper volume name, volume number, page number, in which year that paper has been published, and which is the publisher of that paper. So by this we can define any type of published paper in our format. So this is the basic format to design any paper. So now I am shifting my screen to the overleaf to show you different types of, first we will discuss about the different types of packages which will be used to write any type of paper. And these packages will help you to write anything in your article, in your paper, if you want to write a thesis, if you want to write a book, so that will help you. So for everything, you have to use different packages. So first we have to discuss and we must know about that packages. So which package is used for what? Okay. So one by one, you will see. So now I am shifting my screen to, now this screen is visual. Rahul.
Yes, sir. It is
Okay.
visual, sir.
Okay, thank you. So here you can see this is basically overleaf. Under this overleaf section, I am starting from the beginning. So let us assume if you want to write a project. So I am clicking this project, and if if you have the zip file of any paper template, so you can directly take this zip file. If you have if you want to import any Word document, you can directly take this file here. And some example or more templates are there, journal article, book format. So if you write a paper in IEEE, so in the journal article you can see there. If you want to write a resume, so these are the different types of templates already defined in this overleaf, but we are starting, that's why I am using a blank project. So if in this blank project, let us assume I am writing here latex workshop. So if you write here, directly one pop-up page will be open, and in this you can see the document class. So it will we have already discussed that the anything you can write in this LaTeX, it will start with a document class. So I have written there, I have started it with document class article. So this will in terms of article. Okay, so this article can also be in format of IEEE, in you can say some elsewhere type paper. So for that we have to write here its format. So IEEE tran, so you can write here IEEE tran, so it will formatting in the IEEE transaction type. Now, one by one, I will show you the different packages, and for what that package will be used, that we will also discuss one by one. So the first package, which is already defined with this page, that is the use package graphics, and this graphics package is used to insert any type of image that we have already discussed. Now, the next use package, the package which we are using is use package. If you write use package, it will directly show you. Okay. So let us say we want to uh, enumerate or itemize different types of lines or different types of sections. So for that, we have to use the use package uh, enum item. Enum item. So if you write enum item, overleave directly, abstract that part. So we have to write there. And this enum item is used basically. So if you want to comment anything in this overleaf or in this LaTeX software, anywhere in any software, you have to give a percentage is shown, a percentage symbol. Okay, so if you write the percentage symbol, it means it will be in the comment format, like the MATLAB type. So this is basically used to customize list, which is specifically itemize, enumerate, and description environment. So whenever you want to enumerate anything, so let us see, I am using this enumerate package here. So you can see if I want to enumerate anything, let us assume in the introduction section, I want to enumerate different sections, subsections. Okay, so for that, I am writing here begin. So begin and enumerate. Okay, so if I write begin enumerate, directly this overleaf abstract that end enumerate, and this item for writing anything, let us assume for item, let us assume this is ABCD. Okay, and we want another part also. So again, you have to write item DEFG. Again, if you want to write, so item ACDF. And if you recompile the file, so you can see here in the introduction, first, second, and third, different enumeration will be there. So here it is written in Arabic format. Okay, so this format you can also write in different formats, like if you want to in the bullets form, if you want to write in Roman format, that can also be possible. Okay, so for that, let us assume if you want to write that things in the Roman format, and that Roman will be the capital Roman format. So for that, you have to write here the big bracket here and I. So if I write capital I here, so you can see now this format will be changed now. Recompile. I think we have missed some packages here to write this different enumeration. So we will see later. So for that, I have written only the enumerate here. Now, the second this package of this type is of if you let us assume if you want to write any encoding for the text file. So for that and also you want to character different types of character that can be interpreted from your source file. So for that we have to use package, and that name is UTF8 F8, and it has already been it is written in the capital format, capital bracket, and in this curly bracket, you have to write input tank. So this will help you to define the character and how the character are read and interpreted from your source file. That will be used by this UTF-8 and input tank, input enclosure. Okay. Now the next use package which we are going to use is, let us assume in which format you want to write your paper, in English format, in Russian format, in Brazilian format. So for that we have to use that use package, and let us assume if you want to write that paper in English format, so you have to write here English. So now whatever things we are going to write here, it will be written in the English format, and for understanding this we have to write Babel. Okay, so this is the package used for English type. So this will set, so I am writing here, set the language. So it will set the language of the paper. Next, for the title section, we have to use another package, that is use package title sec, title title sec. So it will set the title. Next, the package use package. Let us if we want to define the different subsections, and for up to, let us assume 1.1.1.1.1, so this will be the depth of 5 times. Okay, so for that you have to define here sec num depth. So this will define the how deeply sanctioning commands are numbered in your document. So let us assume if we want to write subsection, subsection, subsection. So for that we have to write here section sec num depth, and up to what depth you want to write here, that have to define here. Let us assume 5. It means you can use subsection and it will show you 1.1.1.1.1. So up to 5 times it will show you the point. So it will the deep of that section type. Similarly, if you want to write a table of content, and in that table of content, if you want to some deep part also like this subsection, so for that we have to use a different package that named set counter, and here you have to define its table of content depth. So this table of one second, I missed one thing. This is not use package, this is the set counter. It is also a set counter because it is setting the part for that securing this section. So set counter table, TOC means table of content. So if you any book or any thesis will designed in the format of table of content, so how depth that table of content can be written, that will be decided by the set counter. So let us assume if I am writing here 6, so it means it will be sectioning that label appear in the table of content up to 6. Okay, so we will see later these things also. And the next part of this thing is that, let us assume if you want to write a different column, multi-column, if you want in that, let us assume in a table you want to use a different if you want to use a multi-column, so for that we have to use a different package, that is use package, and that name is multi-column, and this use package will define the multi-column. So these all things will help you when you write your thesis. So these things will be helpful for you because we have already gone through this process and we have used each and every part. Okay, so this is a use for the base column, multi-column, and this multi-column package we will use in this chapter, in this session also. So at that time, I will tell you how this multi-column can be used. And the next part is the what are fonts, symbol, mathematics equations, how this can be written, how the theorem can be used, how this EPS figure file can be used. So for that, one package is there, that is huge package, and it is AMS fonts. This is used for fonts, and AMS math, and AMS symbol. So this is used, this is basically used for fonts, American math type, American symbol, and इसके बाद for the after that AMS gen format. After this we use theorem. So if you want to write any theorem in your paper, so with this package you can write there. And after this we have already used graphics, so we are using EPS fig file. So some journals requires the paper in the EPS format. It is the high quality format, so it requires that package for that. Next, we will use some mathematic tools that will the supersets of MS Math. It is basically a collective content of that. Under that package, there are different types of mathematics symbols will be there. So if you write that package, you can use that part. So let us assume I want to write enhanced superset of mathematics that we have used here, AMS Math, but its enhanced version, enhanced superset. So for that we have to write memTS math tools. So here you can see it is there, math tools. So it is basically used to enhance supersets of AMS American math type. Okay, so whatever content is available with this package, so it will be the enhanced part of that. Next, we will use, let us assume, set space. So for that we have to write huge package set space. Okay, and after this we have already defined this enum item. If you want to write your content in the multi-row type, so for that you have to use huge package a multi-row, and with this you can also give it the command like clever ref. So this package is used for enhanced LaTeX referencing commands. Like if you want to cite a figure in some text, if you want to cite some equation in your text, for that we have to use this command. So I am writing here. So it basically enhances LaTeX referencing commands. So these all things will help you to refer any equation. So let us assume I want to write refer figure. Okay, I want to ref equation EQREF. So these all things can be used by using this package. Now I am moving forward to another package. Let us assume if you want to draw a table of a very large size, very long table. So for that, let us assume in that table there are 40 columns and 40 rows of, not 40 columns, 10 columns and 40 rows. And these rows will not come in one page. So it will take that uh, table will come at the end of that paper. If you writing any paper, so that table will come at the end of the paper. What you, if you want to if you require that table in the subheading type, in that coming types, where you want to place that table. So for that, one command is there, that is the use package long table. Okay, so this will help you to write any long table also. It will one page to one second page, that table will be completed. Another type, let us assume if you have a figure, and in that one figure there are different figures also. So that figures are basically known as sub figures, and to give the caption name of that sub figures, we have to use a package, or you can use a package for sub figure, that is use package sub caption. Okay, so this will help you to uh, give different figures in one figure name. Okay, so this is this package for sub figure. I will also show you in a figure how many different figures can be also incorporated. So for that you have to use this package. And if you are writing a thesis, and that thesis chapter, let us assume that thesis has 5 chapters, and you want to write each and every chapter separately, and at the end you have to uh, give a command which will collect all the information which has been written in the different chapters. So for that you have to use a package. That package name is use package, and this is basically chapter bib, CHAPTERBIB. Okay, and before this I am writing this name, that is the section bib. So you can, using this package, you can collect all the chapters in one page, in one line. So there are different chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, and all chapter can be enclosed in one equation, in one or you can say this uh, section. There you can collect all the information related to the different chapters. So this package will be used basically, this chapter will be used in writing any book, any thesis. So that will be helpful at that point. So basically this package will not use in writing any paper. So it will help out you to write any book, any thesis. Okay. Now moving forward, there is another package name, that is use package nomenclature. So you have seen in any paper, in any book or any thesis, there are different types of nomenclature, abbreviations, notations, symbol in a single format. So if you use this nomenclature package, so it will help out you to write. You have to create, if you want to create a list of symbols, notations or abbreviations, and also it automates the sorting and formatting of the entries. Okay, so in every book or in every thesis you have seen there is the book list of abbreviation, list of symbols. So for that this package will be very useful. So those who are writing a thesis or becoming to write a thesis, so for that, for whom this package will be very helpful. So I am writing here why this package will be used. So this will use to create a list of symbols, notations, and abbreviations. Okay, and also it automates the sorting of the formatting. Now the next package which is mostly used in writing any thesis or any paper or any chapter, that is use package and numbers, sort, and compress. So for that I'm writing it and compress. So these all has been written in the big bracket, and it is in the NatBib. So basically, when you write a bibliography for any paper, so if you want to write up, if you want to cite a reference like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this can be compressed and sort in the formatting like 1 to 5. You can also write it 1-5. If you write up references 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 45. So you can also write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 45. But it is not shown in the very good manner. So for that, you can use that package that compress that bibliography in 1-45 directly. So this is used for that. And here you can see the numbers. So some journal papers requires the name of the author, first name of the author, or and it will written, let us assume Ajisek at all. If there are so many authors, so you can see there that can be written Ajisek at all. But some papers requires, if you write a paper in IEEE transaction, so that requires in the number format, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So for that, we have to use this package, use package numbers. That numbers indicate that paper will be cited in terms of what? Numbers 1, 2, 3, like that. And also it reorders using these sort commands. And in the multiple citation, like if the paper you have to, if you have given the command like the paper format 4, 2, 1, 10, 20, like that, but it is not going to look like a very good manner. So it will sort in terms of 1, 2, 4, 10 in the ascending orders. So that can be done through this sort part. Next, this compress we have already discussed. Now the next package which we are going to use for the alignment of any text. So it will be the let us assume the justified. You have already used in the word that justified format, and the center format, the right line format, the left aligned format. So for the justified format, we have to use a package, use package, and that name is ragged tool, RAGG ragged tool. So this will help you to improve the text alignment. Okay, so this package will help you to improve the text alignment. Now, sometimes you require a text in the color format, or you have to highlight the whole text. So for that, another package is there. That package name is use package, and that is color, CO, color, comma, so. So this package is basically used to text the highlighting and coloring. So it is used to text highlighting and coloring. Okay, so if you want to highlight any text, so this package will help out to you highlight the text. Next, if you want to write the colorful text, so for that use package, and that is X color. So it is used to color the text, table, equation, figures, and also define. You can also use custom lines also. Okay, X color, if you want to write in terms of red, so here we can write here red, violet, green, blue. So in that format you can write there. I'm not using right now. Now the most important part of this session, that is the design of circuit. So for that you have to use some another format like the use package and ticked, TIKZ ticked, and PGF plots. Okay. So if you want to design, or if you want to if you want to write a say the circuit diagram in this LaTeX format. So for that, you have to use this package. After that, there are so many physics part also. So for that physics part, we can use package physics, PHY, the equations that written in the physics format. So for that, we have to write this use package physics. Next, let us assume you want to give some inductor value, inductor, you have to show some resistor, capacitor. So for that, you have to use a package. These all things will help you. These three packages will help you to design any type of circuit diagram using this overleaf or the uh, LaTeX program. So for this, I have to write here SI unit. So I have written here SI unit X, comma, European resistor. If you want to write, if I want to display resistors, so for that, I am writing here European resistors. Okay. If you show some inductors, so for that, I am writing here cute inductors. So this cute inductor will display inductor. This European resistor will indicate resistor. Again, if you want to show the voltage source, so for that I am writing here a bunch of voltage source will be that in that American voltages, American voltages. So under this package, you can show different types of voltages like DC voltage source. You can say dependent voltage source, that all will come under this package. And the next one is the, let us assume we also want to show some current also. So for that, American currents. So these all package, these things will be used for showing any type of symbol used to design a circuit diagram. And these will come under this circuits, QITZ. Okay, so this will come under these circuits. It means if you want to design any circuit, you have to give this, you have to use this package. Circuit KIZ. Okay, so this will help you to design any circuit. And also, if let us assume you want to show some arrow in that circuit diagram. So for that, you have to use a package, use package arrows, ARROW, WS arrows, and arrows dot meta. So this will this package will display different types of arrows. So we will see this package help use in our coming some coming time. And left we have already discussed here. So now I am going to show you different types of first we will discuss about different types of lists, or you can say different types of enumeration of the site of the text. Like first we have discussed begin enumerate, in that section item, item, item. Next, this end document will come at the end of this whole section. Okay, so now let us assume we want to show the items in different format. Okay, so that in the bullet form. So for that, we have to define that section begin, and there I have used enumerate, but I want to show that these points 1 2 3 in the bullets format. So for that I have to use itemize. When I written this itemize here directly, end item will be coming directly in this overleaf. Okay, but if you write this thing in your some software, there you have to write each and every part. So in the item section, let us assume list entry start with, so anything, whatever things, first line is there. So next will be the item, and let us assume we have tried here Ram eats mango. Again, if you want to write another part, another line, item, and in this item I can write the text in the integers, maybe of any length. Okay, so these three items, we are using three different bullet formats. So when we recompile the part, you can see there, I think there is some error. Main text arrow.stores not found. Okay, so this will be in the format of, this is basically use text library. So it is of use TIKZ library. Now it is okay. So we have compiled here. Now you can see here. So when we start in the introduction section, first we have started with the section and introduction, and under this section we have written some enumeration. We have itemized different parts. So here we have used the bullets points. Okay, and these bullets point can be of another type also. So there we can be the escalon. There can be the uh, you can say the black label, everything. So in that you can use the black square. I think we have already used in your word file that black square. So here we have used only the bullets point. Now if you design that itemize in different format, so let us assume, so for that what I am going to use, I am writing this part here, that copying that file part and paste here. So I have started it, that point will be enumeration, enumerate, and that also enumerate, but I will show different types of item here. So first item will be the bullet point. The second item will be, let us assume, a column. The third item, let us assume you want to use the black square. So for that you have to define here. For that I am defining that item from using this dollar. So this will be written here as BLACK black squares, SQUARES squares. Okay, so it means what? It is the black square. If you want to define another item, let us assume item and some note, you want to write some note there. So I am writing here NOTE, note. So it is a part of this item. Okay, and if I write some entry here, let us assume this I'm writing here, this entry has no bullets. So it has no bullets. BULLETS. It means this item has no any bullets format here. So if you recompile the file, so here upscaling will come, but we have not seen here the black squares, not black squares, black square. So see here, if you write the black square, directly black square you can see here. So if I recompile the file, you can see here the one upscaling, where again you can see here the black square. At the place of this black square, the note part is there. And if you want to, if you not want to show any bullets, so for that I can directly write item, and we can, if you write, if not give any command to this item, so you can write here blank bullet or label. Okay, so it means after this note, no bullets is there. So these all are the different types of enumeration to enumerate any word in the paper or book or chapter, anything. Next, let us assume if we want to define any equation or customize the enumeration list. Let us assume I've given a 1, 2, 3 like that, but I want to write 1, 2, 3, 3.1, 3.1.1 like that. So for that, what we have to do is I'm just copying the file from here and pasting here. So here we have to write a command like begin enumerate item, item, let us assume, and let us assume we not I'm not defining this part, only item here, only item here. And so in 1 it will show ABCD, in 2 it will show DEFG, in 3 it will show ACFSD. But now I want to again enumerate this item 3. So for that we have to again define begin enumerate. Okay, so again if I write ABCD item ABCD, again I write item ABCD. So if I recompile the file, you can see 3, 3.1, 3.2, and it is directly written in the form of ABCD. So under this 3, you have to define 3 different parts. Again, if you want to define under this section, let us assume A section, if we want to define another part, so we get again we have to define begin, enumerate. So item ABCD, item ABCD. So let us run the file. Save. So you can see after ABCD, the part 1 is one came here. So if I want to write another part item ABCD, and I want to basically show you. So under this ABCG, ABCD is there. Again, second part is there. So 1, 2 will become then under this section 1, 2. Okay. So these all things can be written in this using this enumerate. You can define another one by one part. Okay, so I think we have missed some part that is not written in terms of 3.1, 3.2. So for that, we have to go in this use package to enumerate section. Under that section, we have, I think, missed some part like enum item, I think we have given already. And input take title section, all things have, okay, we will see later that part. Now the next part, so I am writing here, so I am basically defining another section. Let us assume equations. So in section 2, you can see if you recompile the file, in the output file you can see we have another page. In that the section 2 will become under this section 2, we can give some another subsections. So let us assume if I want to give some another subsection in this section, so subsection, and let us assume we want to write that equation, different equations like subscript and super subscript. Okay. So you can see here 2 and another 2.1 will come here. So under this subscript and super subscript, you can write different equations. Okay, so for writing equations, I have already told you in the inline equation. Let us assume we define some line like A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, and under this, after this line, we want to write some equation. Okay, so to write that equation, you have to use a dollar symbol, $2 symbols, and within that dollar symbol, you can write any equations. Let us assume if we want to write x plus y equals to a. So this equation will be written in the inline format. So when I compile this file, recompile this file, you can see here this equation will be written in the inline format. Okay, the same equation can be written in the equation format also. So for that, I have to use begin equation. So if I write begin equation, at end equation will directly come, and I can write here x plus y equals to a. And if I recompile, so this equation has no equation number, but if you have to write some equation number, so for that you have to use this command line. Okay, and if you want to use this equation in your text uh, anywhere, so for that you have to define that equation with some label. So label, and I am giving this equation name as eq1. And if I want to recall this equation, so for that, let us assume I want to say equation 1 says, so not I will not write equation 1 like this. I will recall this equation by using the command eqref. So it will come, and here only one equation is there, so I have to write here equation 1. Equation 1 indicates dot like this. So you can see here I have not given equation 1 directly. I have used the command to write equation 1. So here you can see equation 1 indicates that like that. Okay, so this equation can be used anywhere by if you define this equation with this labeling. So this is basically labeling of any equation, and it can used anywhere in the whole text. Okay, now if I want to write a subscript in the equation format, so I am copying this file here and pasting here, and again you have to define this equation level 2. So let us assume if you want to write equation in subscript format, so x1 plus y1 equals to a1. So what I have given there, so I have given the command x underscore 1, so it means it will indicate the x1 subscript. And let us assume x11 is there. So if I write x11 here, so you can see here x1 and 1 will be in the upper part. So it is not our tendency to write that equation in this format. So for that, you have to use a curly bracket here. Okay, if you use a curly bracket, now you can see x11, both this 11 is in the subscript format. So if I write this x as a capital, so it will be very clear for you. So x11 plus this can also written as y curly bracket 1, and it will be 1. So x11 plus 1 y11 equals to a1. This is all about the curly bracket. Under this 1 you can also use some text also. So many times you use this type of equations in your chapter in your paper. You can directly use this uh, type of equation command. Now I want to use a super subscript. So for that, I have to define. I have to write this um, dash from. I have to remove this dash, and we have to use this part. So this ref is now in the super subscript format. Okay. Similarly, if I remove this underscore underline underscore, so it will be the upper part of this. So let us assume I want to write another equation. So that equation equals to x square. So x square plus y square equals to a square. So this can be written for squaring, or for any subscript format you can use this upper part. So this is basically used from where? So shift and 6 can be show you this part. Now some equation also indicate the subscript as well as superscript. So if I recompile this file, you can see here xref and like this. Some equation has has both subscript as well as superscript. So for that, I have to use both the things. So let us, for that, x underscore, I am writing here, let us assume ref. Okay, I have ref the x ref whole square plus y underscore y11 square. So you can see here, for writing the text in the subscript format, you use this underscore, and if in the subscript format more than one word is there, so for that you have to use this curly bracket. So under this curly bracket, you can, if you write anything, so if I want to write reference, so anything that will be come under this subscript format. Okay, so this is all about this equation, subscript and superscript. Now I am again designing another subsection. Okay, and under this subsection I am showing you some brackets. Okay, so if you recompile the file, you can see here bracket section is there. So how to define that bracket? So many of them can directly use this bracket like this. So this also shows some bracket in this part. So if I recompile the file, you can see here this indicates the small bracket, but it is not the generalized format to write any brackets in this overlay file or in any MagTech file. So for that, let us assume if you want to write a fraction of equation. Okay, so that is in the terms of numerator and denominator. So for that, we use a frac. Fraction means frac, and it is the two different parts, numerator as well as denominator. So frac of, let us assume this is n of s. The numerator will be n of s and this will be d of s. And if you write there, recompile the file, you can see here ns by ds is not in the proper format. So it is ns and it is ds. So but it is not in the numerator and denominator format. So we will see how to write this file. Okay, and before this, for this bracket section, we can use left of this bracket, and let us assume we have to write here x plus y, and if I write left and this a small bracket, we have to close this file also. So for that, I have to write right and backslash right and its file for closing. So if you see here, if you're recompiling the file, this format is written here x plus y in the small bracket. Similarly, if you want to write a big bracket in the big bracket or curly bracket, so for that we have to write big. Okay, like this. You can write big, it means it will be the larger size. If you write in the not more than the 1 centimeter size, for that you can use a small big also. So this is x plus y. So this will show you it is in the big bracket. Here you can see big bracket. You can say here, sir, why we have not used this left and curly bracket here? So it will not indicate that file like that directly, because that curly big bracket will help you to write any equation also without any numbered file. Okay, that we have already, so I've already discussed that the equation can be written in numbered format as well as unnumbered format. So now I am coming to directly to the part to design equation. So for that, I am directly coming another part that we have already written because time is not more. So I am directly coming to that part. See here. So if you want to write in the bracket format, in the matrix format, a square bracket, curly bracket, round bracket, you can use directly this part. If I'm zooming this, so you can write, if you want to write any matrix. So for writing any matrix in the big bracket, you have to start with begin B matrix. Big B means big bracket. here. So if you start with big bracket, it will end with big bracket. If you write in the curly brackets, it will written in the format of capital B. If you write in the small bracket, so directly it can write in the parenthesis format P. So if I recompile the file here, so it will show you or indicate you the output in this format. You can see here like this format, big bracket square like this, curly bracket and parenthesis is format. And one more thing, here it is in the form of 3:3 for equation. So this can be defined in form of x1 and x2 and x3. It means all three are in the row. This double backslash indicate you have to you are just breaking that row, and it will come in the another line, another row. So it will come in the another row, ya, yb, yc. Again, we have used this double backslash that indicate that this row is not completed, that another file will come in the next line. So these all things will is written for big bracket, round bracket and small bracket. Now coming to the next part and the fractional and binomials. So here you can see for writing any fractional part, I have already told you, you can use this frac, and this frac will be in format of this. So this frac will help you to define any equation in fraction format. So whenever you use frac, so if I want to write a frac part, so frac frac, and this double column will come directly in the overleaf. So this double column will of this frac, one column is there and another column is there. And you can see here, I have used this backslash and big bracket. And this backslash and big bracket will help you to write any equation without any numbered file. So here you can see it is written here numerator by denominator, but not equation, no any equation number is there. Okay, so no any equation number is there. Similarly, if you see here another equations like px by qx and this and px by qx and px by qs. So you can see here we have shown different types of size here also. Okay, so this size help you to define formatting of any text. Here also we have used one quad, backslash quad. This will help you to write or use show some horizontal space. So if you want to giving some space between two words, so that quad backslash quad will help you to write that. Otherwise you have to write backslash h space. Okay, and for vertical space we have to use backslash v space. So in it, I've written a backslash b space and 5 I've written there. And let us assume I have completed this file here and starting another file here. So it means there is a distance between these two lines. Okay. Vertically, it is defined. There is a distance between these two lines. So this V space will help you. Let us assume I have written here 10 So there is more distance between these two files, these two lines. See here, these two lines, there are more distance. So this is all about, this is use of this V space. So vertical space, we have to use this V space, and horizontal space, you can use this quad as well as H space. Similarly, if you want the equation in terms of binomial expansion, so for that, for binomial expansion, we are using this binom, and this binom will come in two parts. This one column, one part, the numerator part and denominator part, two different parts are there. And this binomial can be expressed in the fractional part, n by fraction of n divided by k divided by n minus k fraction. So this can be written in terms of this type. And I've already told you, if you do not want to write any equation in numbered format, so we can directly use like this, or in place of this backslash and big bracket, you can use backslash equation star, begin equation star. That will also give you without numbered equation. Okay. Now the next part is the aligning the equation. So sometimes you require to align some equation also. So in that we use another command, that is the begin. Under this begin equation, I have written here begin is split. Begin is split means the left hand side and right hand side has been splitted. Both have been splitted in two different parts. So here I've written a equals to this, and the left hand side is not any part, so that part is written here again 1 by 2 pi r square. So in this equation also we can understand that this equation has a number. You can see here this equation here has a number because we have used begin equation and end equation. And here you can see here there this is this equal to has in the one line space, these two equals are aligned with each other. Okay, so this is use of this aligning the equation. For that we are using this begin split. After that, sometimes you require to write any equation in form of multi-line. So in that, for that we have to write this command line begin multi-line and end multi-line. Under this section, you can write this line, this equation. So here you can see I have written there px equals to this and that, and I have ended this equation with double a backslash. I have already told you this double backslash will help you to cut that line from that line to another line. Okay, so this line has been cutted in the come in the next line. Next, that is the more important point of this to write any thesis or any equation in any format, that the break is split break. So let us assume if you have an equation that is the very larger in size, so how to split that equation? So for that we use this begin FL align, so flat align, fraction align. So this will help you to give the equation in proper format. Sometimes what happens, if your equation is larger, that will come out of the paper, out of the text. So in for that we have to use this begin FL align and a star. So if you write like this, again it will end with this flag line. And under this section, you can see here, I have written here z equals to fraction of a, B, C, D, E, F, G, H and plus like that and Y. So I have split two different equations like this, A, B, C, D plus this and this. So these are written in the two different lines. Okay, so for that I have to define in the first fraction. So whatever fraction I like, if you want to write the frac, so this frac, under this frac, this first the numerator part has been split in two different parts, or you can also split the denominator part into different parts. So like that, you can see here I have used split frac. So it will frac the split in the numerator, and for that this split has been divided into two different parts. You can see here. So this split frac has started, and this line ABCD has started here, and it will end with this semi bracket line or curly bracket line, and another line which is written in the next line has been written in another curly bracket format. Similarly, you can write that format in the denominator also. So you can see here, the numerator part has been divided into two lines, and in the second line the denominator part has been divided into two lines. So for that you have to use what, this split frac. And split frac will, like, it is also same like the fraction of fraction, but it is that fraction numerator denominator has been splitting to each other. Similarly, I have discussed that array equations, so I am leaving this part. And sometimes you require to use different operators like summation, product of that line, some integration, some union, intersection, some integration of circle line in the closed path. So for that, we have used you can use different types of operators of format. Okay, so for writing any operator, so you can see here if I write A subscript N subscript I, so I have written here A subscript N under this subscript I. Okay, so I can write here integer also. So you can see here this integer is not in the lowest part. So for that, I have to define this part again in a sub bracket. So here you can see A, N, under this N, there is the integer. Okay. Similarly for integration, so integration you have to write a command like int. You can see here, I have given some space here for giving any space. You can use this line also in respect of this quad or h space. You can this line all this symbol also to give some space in the horizontal line. For integration, you have to write int /int, and it is the here you can see this I has the lower part I equals to 1 and the upper part is n. So it is the subscript and it is the superscript. So we have already seen how to write a subscript format and how to write a super subscript format. So similarly, for summation, we have to write /sum, and for infinity. For product, we have to write /product prod, and like that you can write any type of operators. And these operators can you can find in the internet also in chat GPT or some overleaf. They have described each and every commands or each and every uh, nomenclature for different operators. Okay, so now the next part, I have giving some spacing in the math mode. So I have already told you to give some space. You have to use this quad. If you write quad, it means what? Some space will be there. If you want more space, you can use q quad also. So this will help you to write this spacing between two lines or two equations. Okay. So this is all about this integral. Now I am directly jumping to the including any figures. So this figure section, you can see here, for including any figure to the text or any chapter or any book or any paper, you have to define its uh, nomenclature, or you can say its definition. So for writing including any figure, you have to start with begin figure. I have given an h epsilon that indicate that I want to state that figure in the place where I want to place there. Okay, so and the place of this epsilon, you can write t also. It means the figure will be in the top part. If you write b, the figure will be in the bottom part, so bottom of the page. So after and I want to include this figure at the center. So you can see here this figure is in the center of this page. Okay, so if I am not giving this command begin center here, so this figure will be in the left side or it may be of the right side, whatever place it will require, at that place it will be shifted there. So begin center indicates that the figure will be in the big center of that page. Next, to include any figure, we have to write the command include graphics, and we have to define its width also, with what width you want to use for that figure. And this is a basically figure name which has already been uploaded. You can see here I have already uploaded this file in this to design this PPT. So with this name, I have already uploaded that file. I will you can see this main text. It is not showing because it is here. You can see I have already uploaded this file. You can upload this file by clicking this section upload, and you can upload the figure. So I have already uploaded this figure with this name. So this figure I am calling this figure. So its width is, let us assume, 12 centimeter. It may be of low size also. So let us assume it is of 6 centimeter. So what would be the figure size? So you can see here that will be a small size. If you want to that figure in the larger size, you can just increase the dimension of that figure. So if I'm writing 12 centimeter, the figure dimension will be larger. And if I want to place this figure in full column. So for that, the same thing will be, I have copied here. You can see here. You can see here, I have copied all the file, all the command which is used in the previous line, but in place of this 12 centimeter, I have used column width. It means whole width of the column it will used. So I am starting up the column of this page will be from this point to this point. So all column it has been used by the figure. Okay. Sometimes you use, let us assume you use a single column. So you have to define two figures in a single line. So in that, we used another a structure or other equation format to embed that figure. So for that, I have used that one package, subfigure package, subcaption figure that will define the subfigure of these subfigures. Okay. So under this begin figure, you have to define begin subfigure also to use two different figures. So I am using figure A and figure B. So these two figures are in one figure, figure 3. Okay. So for that, you have to use this section, this command begin subfigure, and left things are the common of like this part. Okay. So if you start begin subfigure, you have to close this part also. So I have closed this in figure. Again, I have to call this sub begin figure sub file, subfigure of that file. So again subfigure. So I have used here only two figures. It is shown only it is written one subfigure and two subfigure. Sometimes you require four subfigures in one figure. Let us, you can see here in the figure file, figure 4, we have four different figures. It means for writing or designing the figure, we have used four different subfigures. So one subfigure is here, another subfigure is here, two subfigures, three subfigures, and it is the last subfigure. So it is the format to include subfigures in one figure. Okay. And you can see here, I have used text width. Okay, the width of this figure should be defined with text width, and I have taken this text width as multiplied of this 0.45. You can also use full text width, but it will require more size. That's why I let us assume I have write I let us say I have seen I write 0.6. So what will happen? So the last figure size will be more and it will come below to the figure. See, that figure will directly come to the direct lowest point. So for maintaining that figure dimension, I have used 0.45. So now this figure will be placed at the position which where we were placing that figure. So you can see here, this figure has been placed at that part. Okay. Now, this is the table part. So I think table will be completed in this section, and the circuit file, I think Dr. Saran Satsangi will take the session on Sunday and he will discuss about all the circuit file. Now coming to this table, I have discussed that table can be designed in different format like multi-column. You can design a big table. So you can see here it is a table of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 column, 10 row and 10 column. Okay, 3, 3, 6, 1, 7, 7 into 10. So, but sometimes basically it is a simple table. So for simple table, you can use this command line. So for starting a table, you can use begin table. I want to take this table in the center. So that's why I have written here centering, and whatever caption you want to require, you have to write this caption. And the next part, the tabular size. So how to design that table? So for that, I have used the 7 columns. So I am using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7C. 7C means 7 column will be there. Okay. And this horizontal vertical line will indicate this column line. This is the column. This is differentiate the column line. Okay. And this H line will indicate this horizontal line. This is the horizontal line. If you remove this H line and if you run the file, so this horizontal line will be not there. So for showing this horizontal line, you have to write here H line. So this H line will indicate the horizontal line. Okay. So if it is written in the upper part, the indicate this will be claimed to be the horizontal line. If you remove these lines, if H line, this line will be removed. And here you can see this is written in terms of subscript and super subscript. S subscript X and omega naught. So you can see here S subscript X and omega naught. And after this column, after this row is completed, one horizontal line is there. So here you can see here we have used one horizontal line. Again, another file will be there, another line will be there, and similarly run it file. And I have already told you to close the horizontal rows, you have to use this double column, double semi, not column, double backslash line. Okay, so when you click, write this backslash, it means that row will be ended at that part and it will come in the next part. One more thing you have to see here, this column has to be defined in different parts, like this is the first part, and so I have used and another another column part, fear another part, like that you have to define each and every part. If it is of 7 column, so this one line, one column, the second, for differentiating these two columns you have to use and likewise you can use 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 columns. Okay, 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6. After this not line there, that's why we have used uh 6 ants. Similarly, you have to define each and every part. Now come to the next part, that is the long table continued file. So let us assume this table, I have written a table which is continuing the 2 pages, continuing in the 2 pages. So for that, you have to use a long table continued. So I have to start the previously we have written only begin table, but for long table you have to start with begin long table, and the similar things has been written there. Okay, the similar thing will be written, and it means what, this column will be floating in places, so one page to another page it will directly come, no problem with that. The next thing in the table section, that is the column part. You can see here 1 2 3 4 5 columns are there and 5 rows are there, but some columns have used uh, a single column has used 2 columns. So for that, I am showing you some multi-column table. So in that, starting with begin table, the same thing whatever written to the previous section, and up to this it is common. So tabular we have designed different 5 columns here, 1 2 3 4 5. Now here we have using 2 different columns into a single column. It means we are using multi-column there. So for that we have already used the package, multi-column package in that first section. So here you can see the first line is there, animal and multi-column. It is used 2 column into a single column, written there the size. Okay, and the last one is what, it is also used 2 column into a single column, so it is used multi-column 2 column into a single file, which section is what, upload. In the next we have not used any two column into single column, so no multi-column is used in this. Again you can use a multi-column here. Sometimes you require multi-rows here. So these 2 rows will be completed into a single row. So for that you have to use a multi-row use package. Okay. So up to this, if you are getting any issues, any problem, you can ask me, because time is now 5:54. So might be it is completed by 6 o'clock. So up to this, if any of the participant getting any issue, you can ask me. Is anyone there? Rahul?
Hello. Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes. Yes. So I think the time is now 5:54. If any of the participants want to know anything related to this, or I will share this whole text with you to, if anyone wants that text to design any file for any paper, they can directly use. So it is a combined format to help. It will help the participant to write any paper, any book, any chapter, whatever the things. Okay, so if any question will be there, I am ready to answer that.
Sir,
So, sir, I want to ask one thing.
Mhm.
How can we uh, get that file that you used created today?
So I will share it with the organizer, or I will share with
Yes.
the Dr. Saran or Dr. Arvind Prajapati, and they will share all the participant this file.
Okay,
This
sir.
file.
sir, could you please share in a chat box, sir, link?
Okay. So for that, I think, so how to share that file, because it is the project part. Copy. So where is the chat box? Chat. So can anyone confirm that? Is this file is opening by you?
No, sir. It is saying that restricted. Sorry, you don't have permission to load this page.
Okay, it means I will share this file. I can uh, copy this all the content in one Word file or the text file and share with the organizer, and organizer will share this content through mail to all the participants. That will be helpful.
Okay, sir. That
Otherwise,
will be
from
fine.
where it, otherwise I don't know from where it can be shared. That's why I'm not. And submit setting there, because it will it will require the email address of each and every participants, isn't it? So
Yes.
I don't know the every participant detail. So I will share this content with our organizer, and that will they will share this content with the participants. Okay.
Yes.
Sir, I have one
Okay,
more
sir.
doubt, sir.
Mhm.
Sir, uh, can you explore these hourly for resources in a website, sir? Any could
You can directly use this overlay file directly. You can use this overlay,
okay,
and you can use this overlay by signing this account. If
okay,
from where it can, so directly you can use it. Is free of cost. Sometimes
okay,
it requires some subscription. If your file is very large, to
okay,
compile that file it requires subscription. But if your file is short, not very large, then it can directly run at free of cost. Or
okay,
else you can use some different softwares like MicTex software that is free
okay,
of cost. Okay, so this can also be, this is the offline. So in that you have to use you have to update all this content with that software.
okay,
So better to write your anything, your paper or book or whatever things, you can use this overlay that will help you, uh, that will directly call the all the content. Okay.
okay. Understood, sir. But any PDF material or video content is available, sir, in YouTube.
Yes,
Good quality.
yes. Video in I think YouTube also having different types of overlay help section. There
Yes,
also
sir.
you can use that. You can use that videos also to understand that things.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
If anyone has any questions or would like to seek clarification, please feel free to ask. And if not, then we will conclude today's session. Uh, Thank you very much, sir, for such an
Thank you.
insightful and engaging lecture. Your valuable expertise and practical insights have greatly enriched our understanding of the topic. On behalf of the organizing committee of ROTW 2026 and all the participants, I sincerely express our gratitude for your valuable time and guidance. Once again, thank you so much, sir. We wish you continued success in all your future endeavors. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Rahul. And I left this circuit design, and I think Dr. Saran Satsangi will take this section tomorrow. Okay, so that can be done. But I will say I will share this file to the organizer. In that, I have given different commands to write this equation. You can see here different circuit diagram is there. So this is the second diagram, this is first diagram, and this is the third diagram. So three different diagrams are there. So it will help you to design any circuit diagram in the overleaf. Okay. So thank you, Rahul, and thank you, organizer, to giving this opportunity to discuss with the file, discuss these things with the participants. So thank you so much. So now I'm going. Now I am
Thank you.
disconnecting the call. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice day.
Thank you.
All the attendees,
Thank you, sir.
you may now leave the session and we will meet again tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.